2 days after America voted in Donald Trump, Joe Biden has addressed the nation from the White House Rose Garden. The outgoing president said he intends to make every day count before he hands over power at the end of January. North America correspondent Barbara Miller reports from Washington, D.C.
Democrats insist they're not in denial.
Good morning. We accept the choice the country made.
And they want the world to know that, unlike in 2020, they'll ensure the handover passes off peacefully.
I spoke with President-elect Trump to congratulate him on his victory, and I assured him that I'd direct my entire administration to work with his team to ensure a peaceful and orderly transition.
Speaking from the Rose Garden, Joe Biden acknowledged the election result was, for many, a bitter blow.
I know people are still hurting.
But he urged people to come together.
Something I hope we can do, no matter who you voted for, is see each other not as adversaries, but as fellow Americans.
In his brief remarks, Joe Biden described Kamala Harris's campaign as inspiring, but he offered no insight into why he thought it hadn't succeeded. And he certainly doesn't appear to be buying into suggestions that he's at fault for not stepping aside earlier.
He was very proud, and when he made that decision to hand over the torch, pass the torch to the vice president, he believed it was the right decision to make at that time.
As the soul-searching within the Democratic Party continues, some are trying to see the positives.
Hey everyone, it's Hope and Gus Walls. We are driving without Secret Service for the first time.
Finally free.
The children of the vice presidential hopeful telling supporters not to despair.
Our dad is doing amazing. He is ready to continue the fight here in Minnesota. We'll be okay. We're going to be okay, everyone.
Joe Biden, meanwhile, says he's not done yet.
We have 74 days to finish the term, our term. Let's make every day count.
Hoping to be remembered as more than just a one-term president who handed the keys back to his predecessor. Barbara Miller, ABC News, Washington.
World leaders are expecting a shift in the status quo when Donald Trump returns to the White House. Global Affairs editor John Lyons explains how relations with Washington might change.
Joe Biden is now a lame duck president, and world leaders are jockeying to position themselves with the new Trump administration. Allies, including Australia, want to secure their place. But in Trump's unpredictable universe, even relations with countries including Russia, North Korea and China are in play. Trump has never shied away from one-on-one meetings with ostracised world leaders. In fact, he sometimes sought them out. In his first term, he met multiple times with Vladimir Putin. And who could forget the historic summit with North Korea's Kim Jong-un, the man Trump dubbed Rocket Man? Whether those relations can help bring an end to the war in Ukraine or the Middle East remains to be seen, as well as under what conditions. If his first term and recent rhetoric are a guide, Donald Trump will set his own rules for both domestic and foreign policy. Nobody can yet be clear what to expect in Trump's new world order.